All right, guys. So 21st of November. Okay, we have lots of panic in the market right now. Super panic in crypto. S&P lost a bunch, like 2.5%. It just took a dive. XRP's down to 187. It was at 186. So I encourage you guys not to panic. Okay, this is a market manipulation. I think they're trying to get people out. It's a panic sell for a lot of people. It's a shakeout, and this may be the shakeout that we keep talking about, that we keep thinking we're hitting it, and we may not have. This might be it. I don't know for sure. Of course, no one really knows for sure, but if this might be the final shakeout to try to get people out of this market. And I encourage you, don't fall for it. Okay, stay steady. You'll be fine. Okay, this is a attempted shakeout of the market. So I encourage you, buy. This is when millionaires are made. Is when there's blood in the street. The investors buy. They buy. Okay. And, this is a massive dip to buy. I mean, this is an opportunity to, double, triple, quadruple, 10 times your money. Okay, so I would take this opportunity if you're able to buy. I really would, because there is no other reason to not buy. I mean, could it go lower? There's a chance. I just don't know if it could or not. But like they say, you buy on the way down, you sell on the way up. If you're going to sell. I'm not going to ever sell my XRP. But that's how it works, guys. You buy on the way down and you sell on the way up. You have to think like a wealthy person. You can't think like a regular middle class, lower middle class. You can't think that way. You have to think a different way. And it is so hard to do that, and I'm struggling with that myself. It doesn't make sense to me, because what is our goal here as middle class? Okay, what is our goal? What is always been our goal, middle class? Buy a house, pay off your mortgage, get out of debt, pay off your credit cards, get out of debt, be debt free. Now, the wealthy don't think that way. Okay, what they do is they go into debt to buy assets that give them a cash flow. Okay, and that's a mindset that we don't understand in the middle class, and we can't wrap our head around it. And I still can't wrap my head around it. The rich think different. That's why the rich stay rich. Okay, they use debt to invest more money into cash producing assets. That is what the rich do. Okay, and you have to change your mindset, and it's very hard. For instance, they're always saying lately now, you have to get yourself an LLC, move your stuff into a trust, and all this other stuff. And that is like speaking a different language to me and to most of us, because we don't understand what that means. I don't understand how, the whole own nothing, I forget, it's Rockefeller's thing, own nothing, control everything and own nothing, whatever that is, own nothing and control everything. If you could get your assets out of your name and into your trust and your LLC within your trust, you can own everything and control. You can own nothing and control everything. So you aren't, on the hook ever, and I don't understand how that works. And I still don't understand how that works, because they say, okay, well, does that mean you're getting paid from your trust? Does that mean you're getting paid from your LLC? Is it you're getting an allowance every month? I don't understand how that works. I'm absolutely confused on how that works. I don't get it. And you ask ChatGPT, Grok, whoever, your Perplexity, whatever you can ask, and they say you can't move anything over to your trust, like your crypto or your, stocks, without incurring a capital gains. And yet I see this all the time on TikTok and YouTube, these guys who are trust gurus that say you won't get dinged for capital gains tax if you do XYZ into your trust through your LLC. And I guess I have to locate somebody that is, a trust lawyer or an accountant who's very crypto savvy and dabbles in the trust, and try to see how this all works. And they encourage you to do it before everything pops off, but at the same time, I don't know where to look. I don't know where to find it. I don't know where to locate these people. Okay, set up a high value guy who understands this stuff before it goes crazy. They're not going to want to deal with someone like me. They don't care about what I do. I'm just a peon to them. I'm nothing. I don't have any assets compared to what they're probably used to seeing. Why would they even bother with me? Even if they know what I have and what I hold, they don't care. So it's all a matter of perspective. Understand that if you intend to be wealthy and you see wealth on the horizon with your stocks, your 401k, your precious metals account, your investments, your crypto, you have to start thinking like a rich person, not like a regular middle class guy who believes that getting out of debt is the goal. And it goes against every instinct that I have about getting out of debt. It's all about paying my mortgage off, paying my credit cards off, being debt free. No, you need to use debt to buy assets that produce cash flow. I don't know how that really works. I get it how it works. I just don't know how to implement that in my life without sending my wife into a panic, because we've all been conditioned not to get into more debt, because debt to us is scary. Debt to the rich is intelligent. It's smart. So I'm still trying to figure it out. If anyone's out there that can give me a hand with that, at relatively a cheap cost, because I'm not prepared to just dump money into someone's opinions or training, and no one's really prepared for that. So drop me a line, send me a message.